be doing a highly requested video by not only my followers, but also my clients. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my everyday waves, my beach waves, I suppose you would call it. These usually last me about 2 days. My hair is naturally really straight, so I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I do my everyday waves for you guys. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, nothing too complicated. I figured I would start out with kind of something more everyday for you guys to show you what I typically do just on the daily, nothing too crazy. Let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, my hair is already dry. I washed it last night. I like to usually have my hair already dry in the morning. I like to wash it the night before and then blow dry it upside down, pin it up, go to bed, so that way I can just wake up and curl it and it's easy. I find that my curls, they hold better on 1 day old hair. That's usually the case for a lot of people. So my hair is already washed and blow dried. For those that are curious, I just pulled these out of my shower. When I shampoo or when I shower, I use the Olaplex shampoo and the conditioner. They're turned upside down because they're almost out. So I use those. I do 2 washes with the shampoo, and then I do obviously a conditioner, and I leave it in for about 2-3 minutes. The reason I do 2 shampoos is because what I learned when I went to school was the first shampoo gets out the dirt and the hairspray and the product, and then the second shampoo actually cleans the hair. So you should always do 2 shampoos. If you don't know that, now you know. My tip to you. Moving on to the next thing, what I do before I blow dry is I put in the Olaplex number 6, which is the Bond Smoother, which I love. I put that mid-shaft to ends, so basically from my ear down, I like to put that in wet and then blow dry it, and then I also put a little bit of the Olaplex number 7 oil, put that mid-shaft to ends, and then I blow dry. As you can see, my hair is really flat, and that's the reason I flip it upside down and I blow dry it like that until it's totally dry. Sometimes I'll use the round brush hot tools or the Revlon one. There's all different kinds now. You can use those as well to blow dry your hair. I like to do that if I'm in a rush and I have to wash my hair in the morning, but usually, like I said, I wash my hair the night before, dry it the night before, then I just pin it up, sleep on it, then I wake up in the morning, it's 1 day old, and I'm able to curl it a lot better, I find. Moving on to the next thing. I don't really have any other product in it besides the Olaplex Bond Smoother and the Olaplex oil, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in a couple things before I even curl it. So what I'm going to be using is a little bit of the Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo. This is awesome. I love it, and it doesn't leave like a white debris on my hair, which is why I really like it. So I just kind of spray that in my roots a little bit. This is really great as well if you're super active like me. Go to the gym all the time because this helps keep your hair less greasy looking. After the gym, I find that if I use this in the morning, I don't even have to use it after I go to the gym. I can just blow dry, which sounds kind of gross, but I don't wash my hair. I wash my hair every 3 to 4 days, so it's what you do. You use dry shampoo and then you blow dry, and it's just, it sounds so gross, but it's not. I promise, my hair does not smell. This stuff is amazing. Use it. Moving on to the next thing. I spray a little bit of the Moroccan Oil Dry Texture Spray. I just put that kind of more in my ends. This just kind of gives it a little bit of grit. And then I kind of go like this. And then drop it, because my hair is really soft and flat, as you can see. Moving on to what I'm going to be using today to curl my hair is I have the T3 3-in-1 wand curler, I guess it's called. I forget the exact name of it. I'll link it all in the description so that way you guys can go take a look. I'm using the 1-inch wand today. Sometimes I like to use an actual clip, but since I'm going for more of a beachy look, I'm going to be using the wand today. Since I have a ton of hair to work with, we are going to section it. I usually section my hair into 3 sections. I'm going to section the top out. So just kind of like this area here. It's gonna be the look. I usually go from kind of around my ears back for the next section. So you kind of have this nice little 3 sections. Okay, so I personally like to curl away from my face usually. I just find that it's more appealing. There's better flow to it. Everything I'm doing is away from my face. I'll show you what I mean when I say away from the face. I take sections about like a 1 inch, maybe a little bit more than 1 inch thick. I want to take the iron like so and then wrap it flat away from the base. So the hair should always be starting on the outside of the iron, if that makes sense. And then key as well, after you do a curl, don't play with it because that disturbs how the curl is going to set and you won't get that 2-day longevity. It's like playing with hot wax. However you touch it when it's still hot, it will form to that. So you don't want to play with your curls too much when they're still warm, so just style it and then drop it. And then I'll do the other side, and then I'm gonna do that to my whole head, basically. And now we're gonna go to the other side, and I'll show you guys how you do the other side away from the face. So we're gonna take our section like so, and we are going to have the iron like this. I know it's kind of awkward, but it's what you gotta do. And then wrap away from the face, like so. And then I'm just gonna do that to this whole side away from the face, and then go on to do the next section, and same thing, I'll record it, but I'm gonna speed it up so it's not so long for you guys. Flat on the iron. You don't want to twist the hair too much when you do this because then it will make the curls look different. And I find I like how it looks when you have the hair flat on the iron versus if you twist it and then try and curl it on the iron. There's just more consistency in the curls. Another thing that I want to add before I keep curling my hair is I don't use this iron on the hottest setting. I don't find that you need to get a good hold. I use it on the second highest one. There. I use it on to that one. I don't want to be holding it too long, but I also don't want it to burn my hair because the health of my hair is important to me. I would use usually like the second hottest, just so that way you're not damaging your hair too much. I'm gonna keep curling, and I'll see you guys when I am done curling this side, and we'll get to the top. Alright, so we have gotten to the top of the hair, which is the most important part I find of this whole routine, because this is where the focal point is, obviously, is your front. For me, I don't love doing a middle part. Sometimes when I'm in the mood for it, I will, but my part is normally off center just a little bit to the right more. So determine your part and then go from there. You are always gonna still wanna curl away from the face. Get nice and close to the root there. And then don't touch it as usual. And then I'll show you guys what I do to get a little extra volume in the front when I'm done curling everything. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like when you are done everything. you're gonna look like you have some sausage rolls, obviously. We are going to brush it out now, and that's what's gonna give it the nice beachy look. Before I do that, I'll show you guys what I do to give it just a little extra volume because like I said, my hair is very flat. So I'm going to go back in and take the Moroccanoil Dry Texture Spray. I'm going to kind of lift up and spray that in my root area a little. And then once you kind of work that in, you are going to take a brush. Please excuse my ugly brush. I need to get a new one. Much overdue for buying my own hair tools. And we are just going to brush out the curls like so. I like to use a brush. Sometimes I'll use my fingers. I find that a brush can kind of give it a more beachy, glammy look. It will look like this. And so what we're going to do to polish off this whole look, kind of give it a little extra zhuzh, is we are going to go in with the Dry Texture Spray again in the ends this time. And then what I also like to do is I take my teasing comb and I'm going to kind of give it a little extra something. And then you're gonna wanna do that in the crown as well, just a little bit. I don't wanna look too fake, obviously, like too polished. So I just kind of do one section and I'll just kind of back comb it a little bit and drop it. We're going to take just a dot of the Moroccanoil Oilplex Bonding Oil. Just a little bit. We're gonna run that through the ends so that way you can still have some shine with all the texture spray we put in. And then to give it a little bit of hold, I'm going to use a Stronghold hairspray. This one is the Schwarzkopf Osis Plus Freeze Medium Control. So it's not like super hard hold, but it is a Stronghold hairspray. And I'm just gonna kind of spray that through my ends. Just enough that it will give it a little bit of hold for if you go outside or whatever. So like I said, these curls will last you 2 days because they are a little bit tighter when you first do them, but that's kind of what's nice about it. That is my everyday beachy wave tutorial. If you guys have any questions, just send me a message. If you guys have any other requests that you want to see, just send me a message. If you have any questions about products, send me a message. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my first time doing a little bit of a tutorial for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you have any suggestions for what else you want to see, let me know. So see you guys.